Okay, students, so this is a calculator aid for the TI-89 titanium model. We're going to be doing a hypothesis test with a confidence interval for the population mean mu when sigma, the population standard deviation, is known. So this is going to require a z-test and a z-interval. So what you want to do is, of course, turn your calculator on. This is the home menu. You want to go into the apps menu. And then, of course, you want to go to your stat menu, which is stat/list. And you want to bring that up. And then what you're going to want to do is go to test for z-test, and that is in F6. Z-test is the very first option. So you hit enter. It asks you, do you want to use statistics or do you want to use data? And we don't have raw data in this problem, so we want to use statistics. And then it's going to ask you for, let's see here, mu naught, which mu naught in this problem is 38. It's also going to ask you for sigma, which is 1.2. It's going to ask you for x bar, which is 37.5. And it'll ask you for n, which in this problem happens to be 47, so just enter in whatever you've got going on for your particular problem. Then it's going to prompt you for your alternative hypothesis symbol. In this problem they wanted to know about a reduction, so that's a less than symbol for this one. So you need to select that, hit enter. We want to calculate, sometimes it'll draw a rejection region picture for you. You pick something else, but we want to calculate, and we just want to write down this p-value, which it gives us here. And let me bring that closer to me. It's giving us a p-value of 0, which is kind of weird. Makes me wonder if I did something really bizarre. And I see that I did. I see that I entered my sigma incorrectly. I entered 0.2 on my sigma. So I'm going to hit OK, and I'm just going to go back and redo it real quick and fix that. Anytime you get a p-value that seems kind of weird, you probably made a data entry error, and I very much did. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a very strange sigma. I have 0.1 times 2 or something. It's just, I didn't have it in front of my face, and as you know, if you own one of these, they are very hard to read. So I'll go back and redo that. Okay, now we hit calculate, and now we're getting a much better p-value of 0.002142. And that seems much more acceptable. Once you get your p-value down, of course you compare it to alpha. Alpha is 0.01 in this problem, and the p-value is less, so you would reject H naught. And of course write your conclusion, which I'm not going to do for you. But the point is, sigma is known, use a z-test, get that p-value. Now let's do an interval for this one. Let me bring up my calculator again, and for an interval, since we know sigma, we're going to want a z-interval, so let's get back to the stat menu, and now we're going to go into F7, which is second F2. Z-interval is the very top interval, so we're going to hit it. It's asking us, do we want to use statistics? Yes, we do, because we don't have raw data. Make sure that your sigma is correct and your x bar is correct, as well as your n. And then your C level. Let's see, we wanted to do a 0.99 level of confidence. Let me hold it up and make sure, because like I said, the text is so small. You need bifocals even if you have perfect vision. So 0.99 on the C level. Hit OK, and you might have to hit OK again. And it pops up an interval at the very top up here, and you're just going to write that interval down. Let's see what that interval is. It's 37.05 to 37.95. And that's all you do. You've got a z-interval, and then you would make your conclusion based on the evidence. We're 99% confident that, blah, 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 blah. Now, I did this example previously with the 8480 pluses, and you can see that they're getting the same numbers as us. That float was set to 3 for them. Our 89 titanium's rounding to 2 decimals, but it'll be fine. Okay? it's a great way to quickly do a confidence interval and a hypothesis test just using your 89 titanium calculator. Again, you gotta watch your assumptions. Make sure when sigma is known you're using a z interval and a t interval. I'm sorry, a z interval and a z test. A z test. Z. Sigma known, z.